What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to cover and summarize the huge campfire dev stream we had yesterday, give you my opinion. Was it good? Was it bad? It was 2 hours long and we got some juicy information. So let's go! Let's go! The campfire chat started with PTR learnings. This section they went over all the changes they made from the PTR test room to what's going to be in the live release of Diablo Vessel of Hatred. First off, they made monster difficulty changes. TLDR, the monsters are faster, stronger, and smarter at Torment 1 and above. Diablo 4 really needed this. I felt the game was way too easy, and even at the harder difficulties, the monsters just felt like damn sponges. Speaking of difficulties, they added more difficulties. I don't know if I'm a fan of this. I hated the 5 million different difficulties D3 had because people are just going to play on the hardest difficulty as it gives them the most rewards. They did say the game can be fully completed at Torment 1 and Torment 4 only gives more quantity of loot, so maybe the meta could be that Torment 1 is better just because you can blast through all the monsters, but I don't know. Also, you can start the game on Penitent level 1, but you're going to have to complete the campaign fully once to do so. You can see the comparison chart from PTR to live. Pit level 100 is now comparable to pit level 80, so they made the game harder, and like I said, it really needed this. So this is a good improvement. Next, they went to talk about item changes. Nothing too crazy. Non-ancestral items can be ranked up to Masterwork 8 as opposed to 4. They can also be tempered twice the same as ancestral. What the devs wanted to do is close the power gap in between the non-ancestral items and the ancestral items. Unique items also have a 3 times better chance of being ancestral. But the big thing they added, in my opinion, was the Scroll of Restoration. And if you don't know, basically you can now have essentially unlimited tempering and can't brick an item. I hate this change. I feel like you should be able to brick an item. It's okay to fail, because when you finally do get that right temper on the right item, it's a huge dopamine hit. But hey, that's just my opinion. Moving on, they made changes to Paragon boards. They reduced the amount of maximum boards to 5. They also added more normal nodes and made magic and rare nodes more meaningful. What killed me was when they laughed and said, potion healing.
Look at what are the affixes we're giving, like fucking potion healing.
Potion healing.
You put that in the game. Why are you laughing? I think Paragon boards need a complete rework, not just small patch fixes here and there. There has to be more interesting nodes. Everyone's Paragon board ideally should look a little different than each other's. Don't give us nodes that are just +5 dex. We need nodes that are more like +1 to lightning spear. Or now you can shoot 2 times of a certain skill. I don't know. They also reduced the level cap from 60 to 100. The only reason I can think of them doing that is like in WoW, where every expansion they increased the level max by 10 so you would buy it. After they talked about Infernal Hordes, I didn't play much of Season 5, but a quick summary. You can't craft keys anymore and have to find them, making it so you can't run Infernal Hordes non-stop. The last boss always drops a unique, and they changed the loot tables of the reward chests. Personally, I think they should have made more impactful boons, but like I said, I didn't play much of Season 5. They changed some rewards, significantly buffed ancestral drop rates from dungeons and whispers. Dungeons also provide XP when completed. Buffs to loot drops of Hellborn, Butcher, and World bosses, which is really good. Stronghold XP nerf, so now the meta probably won't be doing strongholds over and over. Glyphs can now also be dropped from the pit. And last but not least, the important one, non-legendary items are now auto-salvaged. I think Rax mentioned that the dev team had ideas what to do with rares. I was hoping they're going to do something cool like with crafting, but I guess they changed their minds, or hopefully they're going to do it in the future. Now, they did talk a lot about class changes. I'm not going to go all over the buffs and nerfs. This video is more of what's coming with the expansion. So if you want to know what's OP, what's not, go look at the patch notes and see what's changed. Now let's talk about the most disappointing thing of this whole campfire chat. Rune words. And you know, I feel, well, you know what? I'll let Tile 1 tell you how I feel.
How did it even make it to live servers? How? How did they think that was okay to even put it in the game? I'm so sick of this fucking company. They're trash!
We got the same crap they tried giving us on release. They just pulled a fast one on us and changed the names. I can't even describe to you how disappointed I am when I saw this. This should have been an easy slam dunk and they butchered it. Basically what we got are Val runes if you played PoE. A generator spender type system. You socket 1 rune that gives you offering. Example, travel 5 meters, gain 50 offering. The second rune spends that offering, aka spend 500 to teleport. You can also trade these runes, but without any trade system or auction house, I have no clue how you're going to trade them. The devs really have no clue what a rune word is. It's not some item you socket that gives you power. What a rune word is, at its core, are crafting materials that you put together to create a totally new unique item that sometimes has game-breaking abilities you usually can't find on that item type. I'm not gonna go crazy into this because I plan on making a video on what's wrong and how to fix it, so let's just move on before I get a hernia. Now for the Season 6 mechanic, drum roll. All jokes aside, this mechanic looks actually pretty cool. When I first saw this photo, I thought it's going to be some huge world boss that stomps around, but what we got is this. Little disappointed, but whatever. Basically, there's this world event where this realm walker walks around an area. He's invincible at first. You have to kill all the mobs around it until it gets angry. After the rage bar fills up, he's killable, and when you kill it, it drops a portal you can enter. When you enter the portal, there's another portal where you get to choose your reward path. And when you finish the dungeon, you get these opal rewards. These opals are pretty cool. They are consumables where you get XP bonuses and additional rewards like enemies drop extra gold or extra gear. They last 30 minutes and also stack with potion and essences, so it's a big XP boost. While these opals are active, you also get reputational rewards towards the Season 6 reward path whenever you kill any monster in the game. They added a new mechanic to the game. The Undercity. Basically, this looks like the Gauntlet 2.0. They said it's an intense multi-floor time attack dungeon. When I first saw this, I was like, meh. But you can target rewards with things called tributes, and apply a tribute unlocks an option to select a bargain. Bargains let you further customize the rewards. Here's an example. This tribute reward is Ancestral Legendaries, but you have to pay a 35% time penalty and a 40% drop rate penalty. Example of bargains are right here, where the legendary armor possesses at least one skill rank affix but costs materials to use. At this point, you're inside a time attack dungeon where you kill monsters to beat the clock. Some monsters you kill give you more time. Also, there's tiers. You need to hit tier 1 to get your reward, and the higher the tiers are, the more rewards you get. At the end of the dungeon, there are different bosses, but the boss fight they showed looked really good with like actual mechanics and not just Tomb Lord. They also showed a new type of goblin called the Prankster. He just goes inside portals and it's just tricky to kill. This looks actually really fun. If you have multiple dungeons with different bosses that aren't just damage sponges, I can see this being a really fun mechanic. Now, the thing I'm excited for, the Dark Citadel. I love this. This reminds me of the raid from like Lost Ark where you complete it with people. If it's anything like that, it's going to be amazing. In this picture, you can see that there are 3 different wings. You have to complete this with a minimum of 2 people, maximum of 4. You're going to ask me, how am I supposed to find a party? Well, they added a party finder. So one person goes to one wing, the other goes to the other wing, and different mechanics you do affect the other person. So you're helping each other out while you progress through the dungeon. The one boss fight they showed looked really good. It looks like it spawns a maze, and you have to go through the maze to some barrier, so there's actual mechanics. This season, Diablo 4 really upped its game when it comes to bosses. There's also going to be weekly rewards. Here you can see that they're all consumables from potions to scrolls, and if you complete the Dark Citadel on Torment 4, you get a really cool skin. This skin you can't buy in the store, so you got some bragging rights. Overall, the Dark Citadel looks like a fun endgame mechanic, and what I saw, the people that play tested the game early all seem to really love it, even as far as some people say it's the best thing D4 has ever released. Now the Spiritborn class. This class reminds me of Udyr from the League of Legends. Basically, you have different spirits you call, each with unique different abilities. There's an eagle, centipede, jaguar, and gorilla. They also gave the class its own uniques. I saw a bunch of people play it. It looks fun. I'm just not a fan of the jungle aesthetic. I hated Act 3 in Diablo 2. I also hated the Witch Doctor, but maybe if I play it, I'll change my mind. I would have rather them released a paladin, but I'm biased. I miss my Hammerden. Now mercenaries. So there are 4 different mercenaries. You get to pick 2 out of the 4. One is your main mercenary, and then your second one is a reinforcement mercenary. Basically what a reinforcement mercenary is, there's a specific trigger condition, and when that condition is met, you get to choose what ability the mercenary does. It's kind of like if you ever played Capcom vs Marvel, where you can switch characters and they come flying in. The mercenaries can level up, have skill trees, and you also get currency which you can use to barter and purchase items from them. This is definitely an upgrade from D3. The only thing I can say is I wish you can equip them with items like they did in D2. Otherwise, we can see if they're any good or they're like those spider thingies we had in Season 3. So what's my opinion? Should you buy the expansion? Well, short answer is no. You should wait and see. Let me explain. There is no reason to buy the expansion at launch, as there's no leaderboards or any real economy, and knowing Blizzard, it's going to be buggy as hell the first week. For $40, there isn't much content if you really think about it. You get one character, one new area, the Dark Citadel, rune words, everything else you get with the base game, so why not just play the base game and see if it's any good? Then I would decide if you should buy it. I'm tired of being like a battered wife when it comes to Diablo. They say, baby, I change, but it's the same old Blizzard. Even though I love a lot of the changes, I also hate a lot of the changes, like rune words. Rune words for me were one of the big selling points, and they just messed it up. I'm gonna wait a week, see what people playing it think, and if they say it's good, I'll grab it. If not, then you know I can always play PoE. That's my opinion. I mean, if you have the money, go ahead, grab it. But I'm going to end the video there. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye!